I'll go ahead and get started anyway. Hello, if you are new to me, my name is Brandon Elrich. I don't recognize, let's see, as a comment. So far, I think you're the only one that's come in, first one that's come in at least. Anyway, my name is Brandon Elrich. I do these baking and cooking videos, usually do at least one a week. In the past week, this is like the third one I've done. But anyway, I also write satire, humor articles, and I go live quite a bit. But anyway, today I'm making a zucchini pasta bake because I had part of a zucchini. I used part of a zucchini for some shish kebabs, and it was a very large zucchini, so I didn't need the whole thing. This is only part of it, and even that is pretty big. So I wanted to do something to use the rest of, at least some of the rest of that. I may use all of it, I'm not sure. But um, looks like my water is not quite boiling, but also I had some cottage cheese that I used for something else, and I had part of an onion. It's like basically I'm kind of using a lot of things that I already had and just, putting it together in a dish. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm waiting for the water to boil to add my pasta. I'm using this. It's called Super Greens Rotini, and it's made with spinach, zucchini, broccoli, parsley, and kale. And since I'm putting zucchini in the dish, this pasta should pair well with that. So I'm going to do, oh, looks like the water's boiling. So I'm going to do about a cup. Whoa, spilled over there. About a cup of pasta. It's like this kind of greenish, purplish color. All right, here we go. Alexa, set a timer for 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Salt the pasta water a bit. Um, how many servings does this make? I don't know exactly. This is a recipe I'm making up, so I'm putting it in this baking dish that's like 2.8 liters. So, oh, hello, misuse. I would say like 4 to 6, 6 to 8. I don't know. So this is the pasta dish that, or the baking dish that I'm using. I would say that's more like six servings, 6 or 8 maybe. I'm gonna see when I get it done, when I mix everything and put it in there. So not really sure just yet. I'm doing I'm not, this is not a recipe that I'm following. I'm making this up. So I can't refer to something to tell you exactly. It's not a printed recipe. I try to do original recipes whenever I can. So I've got the pasta started. And whenever you cook pasta, it's a good idea to save a little bit of the pasta water to help kind of bind things together. So I use a mug. I put it in the bottom of my sink, And when I drain the pasta, I put the strainer on top, and as it drains, I save the pasta water in the mug. So I'm going to put that in the sink to get ready for the pasta whenever it's done. And if you can see in well, for me, it's in the top screen. I don't know what it looks like for you. May depend on if you're watching the computer. The other screen, I've got my pasta water boiling, or the pasta boiling. And in the other one, I've got a skillet. And I'm going to saute the zucchini and some onion and garlic. So I've got this large zucchini. I'm going to shave off a little bit of the skin. I don't want to take it all off, partly because I like the color, and also some of the nutrients are in the skin. So I think it's good to keep some of it on there. But the reason I take some of it off is because it can kind of be a little tough at times. Actually, this skin looks like it's pretty thin, but that's all right. And I'll put these pieces in my scrap bowl. So I'm going to cut this in half because with a zucchini this large, the middle of it tends to become really soft, kind of mushy, and has a lot of seeds in it. We don't need all that mushiness. So I guess I should back up a little bit. It's hard to get a good angle on doing these. So I'm just scraping out some of the soft middle and the seeds. And this will go in my scrap bowl for my compost pile. Hello, Pat, and whoever else joined. I think I saw somebody. Oh, Johnny and Elaine. Is that what it is? All right. So scraping out this half. So I'm going to slice some thin pieces. Oh, these are about, I'll go like fourth of an inch, something like that. Kind of half circle. Quarter of an inch about, let's say. And I don't think I'm going to use this, even this whole thing. This zucchini was very large. So even with these with half circle shapes, I think I'm going to cut these down further. So anyway, if you like zucchini, they are growing and in season right now. Oh, let's see here. that might be all. I might save this other half for something else. I'll go ahead and try to use more of this half though. But I think that's um oh, Alexa, stop. All right. The pasta is done, so let me go ahead and drain that. I don't want to cook it till it's completely done. I'm just cooking it till to al dente. This over because I'm gonna bake this in the oven. So I want to take the pasta out a little before it's completely done because it is going to cook more in the oven. So I'm running a little cold water on it to go ahead and stop it from cooking any farther. All right, so I've got a little of the pasta water in this mug here. Let's see. Oh, sorry I'm late. What are we making? We're making a zucchini pasta bake with a large zucchini. Oh, it's hard to see a little bit here. Large zucchini like that, I like to scoop out the middle with seeds and make kind of a boat out of it and stuff it with spicy sausage and cheese. Same concept as stuffed mushroom. Yeah, I've done that too. I've especially if it's this one was really big though, but if there was one that was slightly smaller, I cut it in half and scoop out the middle and make zucchini pizza boats. So I make my own pizza sauce and then put whatever topping, like you said, it could be spicy sausage or I've used pepperoni in mine. Sometimes I get the turkey pepperoni, and that's really good. And top it with cheese and whatever else. So I'll probably be doing that at some point. I'll get another zucchini fairly soon, I'm sure. My parents they have a pretty big garden and they give a lot of their stuff away. So I will probably have all of the zucchini that I could want. So this looks like it's about a cup and a half of zucchini. I don't like when recipes say use two zucchini or whatever because they're all different sizes. Like this one, like I was telling you, this one is huge. You can't really say to use two of these because that would be an enormous amount. So anyway, this I would say this is about a cup and a half of zucchini. And I've got my pan over here. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil in it. Spread it around a little bit. All right. Also, I've got an onion somewhere, part of an onion, along with the zucchini. I guess I should, uh, I always forget to turn toward the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Not sure you can. Anyway, making little slices down the onion this way. Then turn it, go down this way, and should end up with a diced onion. Turned out pretty good. Ugh, my cat's begging to go outside, so I guess I'll let her out. My gosh. It seems to always happen this way. I, she's asleep for most of the time, and then when I start doing a live video, that's when she wants to go out. Naturally. I think she knows. All right. Just chopping up a little more onion. All right, there we go. That's good enough. All right, so I've got the olive oil in the pan. I'm going to toss these zucchini pieces, let them saute a bit. Pan's getting kind of full. I probably should have picked a larger skillet. And go ahead and put the onion in with it. Try to get them all coated a little bit with the olive oil. Let's turn up the temperature a little bit. Okay. And while those are going, we got some garlic here. Hmm. So I don't put the garlic in at the same time as the other stuff because it tends to burn a little more quickly. And when it does, it can be kind of bitter. Chop off the little ends there. Get rid of the papery outside. Here's the forecast for tomorrow in March. Oh, wow. Partly sunny weather with a high of 92 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 75 degrees. Gonna be 92. 92 tomorrow. An extreme heat warning till Friday. All right. I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic in here because zucchini doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. Mash the garlic. 2 cloves of garlic. Zucchini doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it, and I'm going to be putting cottage cheese in this also. And cottage cheese also can be a little bit bland. So I want to add some more flavor. So I think 2 cloves of garlic will be good. And I'm going to add some more spices to it also. But as far as the garlic, I think 2 cloves will do it. You could get one of those garlic presses. I have one. I just don't really like to use it as much. I don't know. It's all right, but it seems to waste some of the garlic too. I don't know. It just and then I have to clean it. Which, to me, it's just a little better using a knife. Hello, bud. All right, let me check on my zucchini. Kind of tossed it around. Getting a little bit of color on it. Okay, the garlic is chopped up enough, I think. All right, but it was enough, and then I kept going. All right, there's that. Where's my bowl? Oh, here we go. All right, then got a couple of eggs. Oh, the shell. So gonna kind of beat those a little bit. And cottage cheese. Going to do about a cup, 1 1/4 to 1.5 cups cottage cheese. So the egg and the cottage cheese will kind of bind everything together. The zucchini and the pasta, but I don't want it to be too thick or rubbery. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk, about 1/4 cup. See how that goes. You could add some marinara to this, but I didn't really want to do that. I felt like having more of like a creamy kind of sauce. Hello, Sherry. I think I'm gonna add a little more cottage cheese and a little more milk. Check on my zucchini. So this is have some zucchini and onion, diced onion sauteing here. Okay. So to this, I'm going to add some basil, some dried oregano, rosemary, and of course, salt and pepper. And, you can put whatever you want in here, whatever spices you like that you think might go together. Oh, I think I had some parsley, didn't I? I thought I got that out. No, I guess I forgot. All right. So I like I like a lot of different kind of flavors as long as they all go together. Looks good. All right. Um, I'm getting hungry, Pat says, and almost smell. Oh, can almost smell it. Yeah, it does smell pretty good. Okay, let me look at the zucchini again. I'm just gonna taste one of these. Yeah, they're softened up good. Taste good. I think they're good. I'm gonna go ahead and add the garlic to the pan, to the skillet, and let that cook just a little bit. Don't want to let the garlic cook too long because I don't want to completely burn it and make it bitter. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I preheat the oven to 400 degrees, and I've got a baking dish that, as I said a little bit earlier, it's 2.8 liters, if that tells you anything. It's a little smaller as far as how wide it is and everything. It's a little smaller than a 9 by 13 pan, but a little bigger than a 9 by 9. So I just sprayed that with a little cooking spray, and I'm gonna add the pasta and the zucchini and onion and garlic to this sauce and dump it in the pan or the baking dish. I like having a little color on the zucchini. Makes it taste a little better. and it kind of is shrunk down. I thought it was going to have a lot of zucchini, but it shrunk them down pretty good. So I think this will be a good amount. I mean, if I thought it wasn't enough, I've got more zucchini, so I always could chop up more of that. Joe says, "Oh my God, I'm on a 24-hour no eat from doctor. Oh man, I might have to bail." Oh, yeah. Ugh, well, that sucks. Yeah, that's a long time to go without eating anything. I'm guessing you can probably still drink. I don't know about juice though. Can you do juice? Hmm, that would be difficult. All right. So if you didn't see at the beginning of the video, I've got this pasta super green rotini. So I'm gonna add that to the sauce and add just a little bit of the pasta water to help bind the sauce and the pasta together. And I think this zucchini has cooked enough. So actually, I'm gonna let this sit just a minute, let it cool down. I want to let it cool down just a bit because with the eggs in here, if you add hot stuff, onto the eggs, it'll kind of scramble the eggs, and we don't really want to do that. We want it to all cook together. I don't think I need this anymore. So I'm gonna turn him off. There we go. All right. Hopefully there wasn't any echo with that because once I don't know, every once in a while I try the second camera system and there's this echo and a bunch of noise. I don't. It's just sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Hopefully it didn't do it this time. Um, hello, is it Myra and Susan? All right. So for those of you who, well, I'll let this sit for just a minute while those of you who are just tuning in, I'm making a zucchini pasta bake. I boiled some rotini noodles, and in the sauce, I have a couple of eggs, some cottage cheese, a little milk, and several different spices: basil, oregano, rosemary, salt, and pepper. Um, I think that's parsley. I think that's all I did. And I'm going to be adding sauteed zucchini, onion, and garlic, and topping it with cheese. So the zucchini is going in, zucchini, onion, garlic. Wonderful. Yeah, I think the proportions look pretty good. All right. So this is going into the baking dish. All right. All right, scrape all I can. Oh, hello, Sacred. All right. Yeah, that's a good amount. I'm glad I picked this dish. I wasn't sure how big of a dish I was going to need. And this looks like it's just perfect. So that's great. If you have some kind of casserole dish that's 2.8 liters, 3 liters, something like that. Not as big as like a 9 by 13. I mean, if you do a 9 by 13, you'll have to add a little more stuff to fill it up. It's going to be spread maybe too thin if you put it in a 9 by 13 pan. All right. So here is, now let me get this out of the way. Never seem to have enough room. Let me put this down here like this. So this is the pasta bake before baking. Cheese on top, Pat says. Yes. So I've got some Monterey Jack cheese. Of course, you can put whatever cheese you want. I have some pepper jack. I thought about doing pepper jack on top, but I haven't opened it yet, and it's just a whole block. I'm not sure I want to open it just yet. So I've got some pepper or a Monterey Jack that's or a, yeah that's already opened. I had to put it in a Ziploc bag, but and I'm just gonna top it with that. I think mozzarella would be good on top, actually. But since I don't have mozzarella right now, I'm not going to use it. So this dish is basically I don't know what you would call it. I think there's a name for it, like um, a pantry dish, like stuff that different stuff that you have already in your pantry. I didn't have to go out and buy anything. I had part of this zucchini that I had used for something else. I already had the pasta. I had cottage cheese. I'd used part of the container of cottage cheese for the bagels that I made the other day, and some of the protein balls that I made on Sunday. I did both of those on videos if you want to go back and watch those. And the eggs I had part of an onion already cut, so I chopped some of that. Yeah, it was all stuff, milk, all stuff I already had in my fridge and pantry. And I just basically took pieces here and there and put it in a dish. It's zucchini, pasta, cheese, eggs, onion, garlic, and some spices. So I've topped it with cheese. I've also got some Parmesan. Figured I'd put some of that on top as well. I always like trying to save money where I can. So I use whatever I can in my cabinets. Put about I'll say a fourth of a cup Parmesan, maybe. Maybe not even that much. Let's see. Pantry casserole. Yeah. Basically, yeah. I'm calling it a zucchini pasta bake. Not using a recipe, but at this point, I don't really need recipes for a lot of things. I still use them for some things, but I can come up with my own. So this is one of my own. That's all I'm gonna put in this. So it's 400 degrees. I'm gonna cook it for about 15 minutes with the lid on because I don't want to burn the cheese yet. Well, not at all, I guess. Not at all. But I don't want to burn the cheese. So I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes with the lid on, take the lid off, cook it for another 15 minutes, and let the cheese kind of brown a little bit. And hopefully by that time it'll be done. It should be. So there you have it. This is all. I'm not going to stay on here for another 30 minutes until it's done, but I will post a picture along with everything that I put in it, if as long as I can remember. I may have to go back and watch the video to remember everything I said I put in it. Measurements may be approximate, but you can watch the video and see what I did if you want to repeat this recipe. So if you've got a zucchini and some pasta, cottage cheese, you also you don't have to use um the cottage cheese or the milk. You could use some marinara sauce instead. That would be good. Let's see. My MIL used to make the best meals doing that, Brandon. I bet that'll be great. Well, thank you. Recap the final tasting. Yes. I will let you know how it tastes. And I will tell you honestly, if it turns out like crap, I will tell you that. I am almost positive that it will not, because I know what's in it. I know everything I like. I like all the stuff that's in it, the herbs and spices and everything. I'm pretty confident that it will taste pretty good. But yeah, so I I don't always it's not always perfect, but I've never made anything yet where I thought it was terrible, that I was unwilling to eat. Everything has tasted at least somewhat okay. I did this one recipe from this what's it called? The bicentennial cookbook. There was a Ritz cracker pie. That wasn't my own recipe. I found it in this book. Tried that. Well, it wasn't the greatest, and I'm not going to make it again. But eh, I ate it. It was okay. But that's one that I would call. I'm not sure it was a flop, but just wasn't the best. Okay. Anyway, I don't need to go on and on. So, um, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy that. Um, oh, Saker says, "Oof, I have I can't see what that says. I have the dog. Oh, have the dog. I gave the dog something. I don't know. Something about the dog wouldn't even eat it. Yeah, your phone prediction probably did something there, but yeah, the dog. I don't have a dog, but I know my cats wouldn't have eaten it. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this, you can go to my page and subscribe. See you all later. Have a good Wednesday. Bye. If I can push the end button. There we go. Bye.